Good evening, folks. Welcome to tonight's game between the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Northwestern Wildcats. And before we go any further, let's check in on our Star Watch, Dick. There's a look, Dick, at the starting lineups.
Hey, the starting five, just like a chain. It's only as strong as its weakest link. Let's see how this group plays together, Brian.
The referee is ready to toss it up. Early in the ball game, these two teams trying to set their particular tempo. On the right side, they work it around the perimeter. Goes up. Jumper won't go. So, Dick, so important now at the point. The point guard will set things up, and the other four will go to work.
Well, you know what they're doing is a four around with a post guy on the interior, and they're trying to get that ball to the inside, but they're playing with four people on the exterior.
Inside. For two. Off the glass and no good. Bloom receives the pass. Now they work it around the perimeter. On the shot clock. Nice to have you along with us tonight. Dick Vitale and Aaron Andrews alongside. I'm Brad Nessler. We got a good one going. With the big shot. Why is he shooting it from out there? Here's a block from behind.
My man was on a mission.
Top of the circle, they work it around the perimeter. Working it around the perimeter for the bucket. Too strong. Gave it up. Tries for two. There was no doubt about that one. Goes up for two. Off the glass and no good. Looking for a good shot. Coker picks up the foul. He gets the layup to go and the foul.
What a hoop. He saw the defender coming and tried to go right through him. Hey, a player's senior year is such an emotional one. The key is to stay focused and not get caught up on being in your last year of collegiate basketball. If you focus on the right things, win or lose, it'll be a memorable experience.
They've got him trapped here, Dick.
Look at that trap, Brad.
Pushes it up. Traps in place, Dick. Pushes it up. For two. Sinks the shot.
Ellis, 4-2.
10 to shoot now. On the outside. For the bucket.
Shot was no good, baby. Beautiful use of the screen, though.
Tries for two. He just threw it out of bounds. They'll work it around the arc. Coker picks up the defensive foul. Well, he commits an intentional foul there to prevent the easy basket.
Well, it's a smart play, Brad, especially if you can afford to use a personal foul. I like his mentality. No easy baskets.
He is going to the line. First one, good. Gets them both to fall. They've got him right where they want him, Dick. And they're in their motion offense, working with 3 around 2 here.
I'll tell you, the two post players got to really play with each other in a positive way. They got to exchange horizontally across the lane and read whether or not the defense switches or whether or not they try to front and beat them to the spot. Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps. Goes up for 2. Great shot. About 10 seconds left on the shot clock. With the big shot. Poor decision there to shoot that 3.
Hey, Brad, their shot selection has been questionable. Too many outside jumpers. They've got to attack inside and then out.
Low block. Goes up with it. Nails the jumper.
Pressure that basketball.
They go into the low block. Turnover by the senior. Samuel receives the ball on the outside. Jumper knocks it down. 8 minutes left in the game clock. Ten seconds. Now the turnaround jumper. Can't connect. Yates receives the pass.
Great anticipation defensively.
Throws it up. Who wants it? And he saves it. And the ball's out of bounds. We'll go back the other way. The inbound play will come from the baseline. Dick into the offensive set now, and let's see what we'll look at here with a 3 and 2.
Well, you know, the 3 and 2 offense, 3-2 set, really can be effective in getting a lot of cutting and screening, especially effective in attacking the basket and getting right down the lane.
Timeout on the floor. ESPN's coverage of the NCAA will continue after this. I wouldn't mind seeing him change things up a little bit, Dick, here.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
In the lane and come up short. About 7 minutes remaining. Moss receives the pass. 10 seconds. Trying to pack it inside. He shoots from the deep corner. Doesn't go. Isolated on the outside. They're working around the arc, looking for the open jumper. Porter's modest play is having a negative effect on his composure. Emotionally, he couldn't be much lower, I don't think.
Things aren't coming easy for him right now. He's in a rut.
About 6 minutes remaining on the game clock. Work the perimeter.
Spacing's so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart.
For two.
Shot didn't fall in, but it was a great use of the screen.
They work the perimeter. And we've got a whistle and a foul. Oh, it looked like he had an easy basket coming up, but the defense commits a foul instead.
Great play there, Brad. He was able to foul him in order to prevent the easy basket. I like it when a team gets to the free throw line. It shows that they're being aggressive. The key is to get to the line early in the game and often.
Got them both.
He converts on that free throw line, and that's major.
Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure in the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
Turnover committed by the senior.
Look at that spacing.
And has it rejected.
Defense did a great job with that block shot. Up and inside.
Now with 10 to shoot. He unloads a three and score it. 4 minutes left on the game clock.
Number 14.
Looking to move it around the perimeter. Here's a double team. Number 14 is charged with the foul. Ellis has been getting it done in all sorts of ways out there, Dick.
It seems like he's everywhere at once. He's been making good decisions and been strong with the ball. The coach has got to be happy with his performance so far.
Bed the low block. Tries for two. Off the mark.
Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing. Tempo of the game, really important here. You want to establish some good tempo.
He attempts to dribble around the trap. Unsuccessful, though.
Hey, Trap's giving that kid some fits.
We approach 10 seconds now on the shot clock.
High post screen.
Nails a sweet jumper. About 3 minutes remaining. Both teams are looking to get something going here. And a momentary look from three-point land. Goes up for two. Goes in. Now he's a pure shooter. You can't give him any space, can you, Dick?
Tell you what, he can flat out shoot the rock. The thing I like is that he knows it too. That's his role. He's expected to knock down the open look when it's there.
For two. You betcha.
Blue, 4-2.
There's a high screen. Hendricks receives the ball with a rejection. Moving it around the perimeter. Time to pick up the defense here now. 2 minutes left on the game clock. Now trying to feed the low block. Tries for two. Makes it. He's going to see this guy to sleep tonight, Dick.
He's already living a nightmare, Brad.
On the dribble, gives it up. Goes up for two. He shows the sweet touch.
Blue, 4-2. The assist to number 14.
Way out on top, controlling the ball. The shot's off target. Looking for a good shot. 1 minute left on the game clock. Boyd handles the feed. Let's see if they can get a good shot this trip. 10 on the shot clock. They work it around the perimeter. Tries one from three-point land. It'd be nice if he could get some assistance out there. That young man is doing it all for his team right now.
He's getting it done out there, Brad. They'll be in trouble without him.
The power forward handles the pass. Let's check out this three-pointer one more time, Dick. Shot clock is dead. On the left side. With the big shot. Off the mark. At the end of the first half, the Wildcats are up by 4.
The Nebraska Cornhuskers 70 in the Northwestern Wildcats 21.
And while we get a moment here, let's take a look at the keys for each of these teams today.
I've been really impressed with just how hard both teams are playing. These numbers show you how they've been performing.
Going with a man-to-man full-court press now, Dick. Out on the wing. They work it around the perimeter.
Turnover City, that'll always really negate any offense.
Now working around the perimeter. They call 3 ticks.
Got busted waiting for a screen.
It's a team effort across the board so far today, Dick.
I tell you, can really cause the defense fits and throw you off on offense when a team can play strong across all 5 positions on the floor.
And now there's a whistle and a foul. Well, I don't know if there's such a thing as a good foul, but that might have been one right there, Dick.
Hey, Mr. Nessler, I like that type of play. He's saying to the defense, no easy baskets for you. We're going to force you to make shots.
He goes to the line for the first time. Hits the first shot. Got them both.
Oh, he drained it. Nothing but nylon, MBN.
Working it around the perimeter. Turnaround jumper.
Nothing but nylon. Nice smooth turnaround jumper. The only negative, he's falling away. If he misses, he's got no rebound ability.
Looking for a good shot. They push it up on the break. On the outside. With a great block. Gave it up. 10 on the shot clock. With a big shot. I don't think that's the guy they want shooting that shot.
Yeah, that's horrible, Mr. Nessler. Horrible shot selection.
The crowd continues to chant.
Who says there's no such thing as a home court advantage?
For 2. He makes the shot.
That's a breakdown. That'll drive a coach bananas. I'll be to lose you here.
Hendricks receives the ball. Inside.
Great pressure, great double team. Really explosive.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes the ball screen. For the bucket. He couldn't get it to fall. On the dribble, gives it up. That spin move's not going to work against this defense.
That's a no-no, baby. Defensive player beats him to the spot.
They'll work it around the arc. With a fadeaway jumper. Look at that follow through.
I'll tell you, he uses the ball really well, too. In terms of putting it to the deck, turns, spins. He's got every move in the book.
On the right side.
Turnover by the senior. Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps. Perfectly executed. He can't let this guy have the uncontested shot.
He just got to dig in and play some D.
Out on the wing. Look at these fans. They're loving it.
My goodness, it's chaotic in here.
Foul charge. Well, if there is such a thing as a good foul, that was probably it.
Sure was, Brad. He fouled to prevent the easy basket. Coaches love it when their team gets to the free throw line. It's an opportunity to put points on the board and potentially get the opponent in foul trouble. Makes those free throws count. Let's go back on that campus as BMOC. Big man on campus, baby.
Dick into the offensive set now, and let's see what we'll look at here with a 3 and 2.
Well, you know, the 3 and 2 offense, 3-2 set really can be effective in getting a lot of cutting and screening, especially effective in attacking the basket and getting right down the lane.
With the big shot. Plus the J. On the outside. Good job defensively. They just won't get many openings.
Pressure in the basketball. Watch your head, young fella.
Isolated on the outside. They're working around the arc, looking for the open jumper. Around 8 minutes. The basket counts for the deuce, and they'll send him to the line.
He's a meat and potatoes kind of guy, Brad.
Was the made basket the meat or the potatoes dip?
Hey, that was the meat and the potatoes. Now he's going to the line for the gravy.
As we take a look at the sophomore.
It's important to have kids like this on your team. They've had a year of experience, but they are still hungry to prove themselves to their teammates and coaches.
Ellis receives the ball. Tries for 2. Yikes, misses the easy one. Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart. Unusual mistake there by the senior.
They work the perimeter.
Double team now, bad angle.
Goes up for 2. The shot won't fall. Gets it to go.
Order 4-2.
Look at that spacing.
For 2. He gets the shot to fall. There's such a variety of team styles these days, Dick. What are some of the qualities for a half-court team?
Hey, they play slower in transition and will look to attack as much as some up-tempo teams. Typically, they are very patient when it comes to half-court offense. Up and inside.
Ten seconds. Gets it off in time. I wonder if he's ever going to get any help from his teammates, Dick. He's doing it all and then some.
Brad, he's not getting any help out there. It's basically 1 against 5. Not good odds.
Blocks the shot. Robs him of the ball. Looking to move it around the perimeter. 6 minutes left on the game clock. For the bucket. Buried it.
Order 4-2. Hardy.
with 10 to shoot. That one goes back from whence it came. Nope.
Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
Too physical. Ball coming in from the sideline. We're at the 5-minute mark. They look to get it to the inside. Puts it on the floor and up and under. The missed shot. Gave it up. And they go into their motion offense, working with 4 around 1 here.
I love the 4 around 1, especially when you got a big guy who can pass the ball exceptionally well as score. Now you got to give help on him, and it leaves people open.
Rejected.
Oh, baby, he showed and telegraphed that, baby.
Now let's check back in now on our Star Watch player.
Substitution, Nebraska.
They're set to throw it in from the side. And now the fadeaway jumper. Off the glass and no good. Cross court.
Substitution, Nebraska.
The ending to this one might be headline news in tomorrow's paper.
I call these ones knee knockers, Brad. Close games that can easily go down to the final second.
Well, he commits an intentional foul there to prevent the easy basket.
Well, it's a smart play, Brad, especially if you can afford to use a personal foul. I like his mentality. No easy baskets.
It's tough when almost everyone on the floor can knock down their free throw.
You know, when everyone on the floor can convert from the line, it makes the team very tough, especially down the stretch when the opposition is trying to foul.
Second shot, good. They have found their stroke at the strike tonight, Dick.
This has always been an excellent free throw shooting bunch.
On the dribble, gives it up. The turn, a fadeaway jumper. He misses the jumper. Nice rejection. I don't think they'll be able to get those easy ones inside, Dick.
That's right, Brad. The object of a good zone is to nullify all shots inside the three-point line.
Had a momentary look from three-point land.
There's the trap.
For 2. Rims out. Sinks the shot. The Wildcats are in control, and coupled with the fact that they fare better in the half court, this will really help them at this point, Dick, especially since they'll be looking to slow the tempo.
There's absolutely no need to take quick shots and be overly aggressive. They're in control right now and should remain in control.
Daniel, 4-2.
Gave it up. We're at the 3-minute mark. There they come with a double team to stop it. Yates receives the pass. Moving it around the perimeter. He throws it up from downtown. Missed the jumper. Ellis handles the feed. We approach 10 seconds now on the shot clock. This is the big time. Misses from way outside. We're at the 2-minute mark. Looking for a good shot. He pulls up with a jumper. He misses the J. Tries for two. Good. The Cornhuskers will have to turn to their up-tempo and quick-hitter playbook, Dick, from here on out. Neither time nor score is on their side.
It's all about quick shots now, Brad. They're going to have to get stops and then quick scores to overcome this deficit.
He puts up the J. Knocked it down.
We've got ourselves a dandy here, folks.
The lead has been trimmed to 4. Down inside, he draws a foul. Chance for an easy one. Hits the first. That line is really being good to him tonight, Dick.
That line's always good, Brad. These guys just have to make good use of it.
He hits the second. No problem so far at the free throw line tonight, Dick.
Well, they're making the most of the free ones.
They've got him right where they want him, Richard. So, Dick, so important now at the point. The point guard will set things up, and the other 4 will go to work.
Well, you know what they're doing is a 4 around with a post guy on the interior, and they're trying to get that ball to the inside, but they're playing with 4 people on the exterior.
Ten to shoot now. Can't get a shot off in time, Dick.
They couldn't get a shot off because they wasted too much time getting set up.
Well, now it's just a matter, Dick, isn't it, of clock management here? The offense begins off the sideline inbounds. Foul, and that stops the clock again. Sideline inbounds. And the clock stopped with a foul. Dick, we all know how important it is to get to the free throw line.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I think it's such an unbelievable plus. It means you're playing aggressive basketball, you're playing attacking basketball, and you're creating all kinds of foul problems for the opponent.
Timeout on the court, so let's go courtside. Here's Aaron Andrews.
With limited time remaining, it's very important that the players have a clear understanding of what the coach wants them to do when they return to the floor. They'll have to be on the same page, or else it could cost them the game.
There's no substitute for a timeout at this point of the game, is there, Dick?
There sure isn't, Brad. Anything can happen on any possession, and the game can swing back and forth in a heartbeat. It's good if your team can get a minute to regroup and talk things over.
There might be a change in the game plan right now, Dick.
Could be. Got to be ready for anything if you're the opposition.
Takes the outside jumper.
Jumper didn't look pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly.
And the clock stopped with a foul. To the charity stripe. Good. They're shooting extremely well from the stripe tonight, Dick.
Yeah, they're making their coaches look good for making them shoot extra free throws every day.
Makes the second shot. Dick, they're really getting it done from the line tonight, aren't they?
And a surprisingly collective effort, Brad.
Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
He launches a three. They got it.
Ellis, 4-3.
Foul, and that stops the clock again.
Coker, defensive foul. Boyd, substitution, Nebraska. Shooting opponent. Gate.
He'll go to the line. Up and in. They're making good use of their free throw opportunities tonight.
Good free throw shooting teams seem to always give themselves a chance to win.
He hits his second. They're nailing the free ones tonight, Mr. Vitale.
Hey, this is where you win or lose games, Brad.
And now getting set up in 3-round 2.
Well, you got to get great motion on the outside. You got to exchange really well, read exceptionally well what the defense is doing, and then utilize the two post players on the interior.
Well, before we go any further, let's see who came in as our players of the game today.
Only one will walk away with the win, but both these kids gave it everything they had, and it was great to watch them compete.